time, but it seems like a cool game. So Battlefield, okay, Ixis loves Battlefield. This is obviously his favorite stage. It's almost a cliche at this point, but Ixis is incredibly aggressive. He's always moving. I played him in pools earlier today, and he did something that I realized, it made me realize just how smart he is. And that's when he stalls his spin dash at the side of the ledge when you're on the ledge, and it covers pretty much every option. I don't think there's a single thing you can do about it that Ixis can't cover. And I don't see any other Sonics do that. And I think it's just an example of how much Ixis has explored his character and explored the best ways to cover every option.
Incredibly technical input as well. You know, we have seen, unfortunately, in the past, many unfortunate SDs out of Ixis because of, you know, how much he generally needs to do to stay on top of what he's trying to achieve. The pressure he builds is just insane. So hopefully we won't see those kind of SDs. We want to see the best from all our players here.
So
you know, he has to work really hard to find a way into Bayonet as well. That's the main thing.
Yeah. So the thing is with this stage. Ixis loves the stage and all. Battlefield is my personal best stage as Falco, and I still wouldn't take Bayonetta there. It is borderline impossible to approach Bayonetta on platforms. She has that frame 4 Witch Twist with that huge hitbox that can be done directly out of shield, and she has Witch Time. If she reads that you're going for an offensive function on shield, she has a myriad of options with which she can punish you, and it's incredibly hard to get a lead on Bayo and maintain it. Like I said, Ixis got a very minuscule lead at the moment, but he's going to take chip damage from these bullet arts, so he really wants to try and build up something more substantial. But it's just so hard to approach Bayo. I love the roll read there from Griffith. I mean, Ixis was at such a short range within him that it was almost going to be, like, almost always going to be reactable no matter which direction he went. Oh, I love a good way out on the Witch Time there. And the Witch...
The back within just helping out as that big hit came through. Wouldn't have been a stock, but, you know.
The thing is, the back within can harm Bayo more than it helps her at times because it's more laggy than a standard air dodge, and it pretty much keeps, you can't drift while you're in bat within, like you're just bat within and then you reappear there again. So if you see a bat within and you have a quick option, you can punish it in time as opposed to an air dodge you can drift away.
Yeah, if you have that option, that's quick enough, of course.
There are also those situations which bat within just feels like complete mockery of the game. Nice timely air dodge from Griffith.
Very, very nice. Just finally getting that one hit. Yeah, I do like the fact that you can literally avoid losing a game by one frame.
Yep, oh wow, beautifully
go.
placed F smash. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you see a DreamHack Atlanta with Void versus Salem. There was a 1 frame window with which worked about 3-0 Salem, and then back within came in, saved Salem, and Salem went on to win the tournament, reversing the bracket and winning the whole bracket. Sad times. Oh my goodness, he absolutely snuffed that air dodge out.
That was he did get the air dodge timing just about right, let's say, but he was reaching. It was very, very nice idea. You know, it just that's keeping your opponent on their toes. You know, maybe not throwing out something as aggressive as that.
Literally keeping the opponent on his toes, trying to stamp that foot down on him as he goes to the bottom of the stage.
Oh,
is that off smash going to do it? Not quite yet. I don't. Wow. I think
even Ixis surprised by that. I was not as much just because it was top platform and there was enough charge.
Yeah.
But you know, you'd think maybe the percentage wasn't high enough given the size of the battlefield. But
what it is that being in slow motion can actually throw off your DI quite a lot because you can kind of DI before you're actually technically in hit stun. You're still, while you're still technically in hit stun. Believe me, I've played a lot of Captain Falcon timer-only mirrors, and I've had so many situations where I'm get hit by a move that wouldn't normally kill me, but because it's in slow motion, it's almost impossible to DI correctly. So I think that may be what Ixis fell prey to. I mean, you know, question my Captain Falcon 10 stock timer Ditto knowledge all you want, but I'm pretty confident in my assessment. Goes for a pivot grab. I think possibly a misinput. I do that quite a lot when looking for a standard grab, and I pivot grab by mistake.
One of those things when you sit there and try and grind that specific.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Bye, Griffith. He's going to go ahead and SD that stock. Very unfortunate, but not quite so unfortunate for Ixis, who's going to try and just take this ball and run with it. But you know, in an attempt to be as cliche as possible, it is Bayo. You know what? It's not even Bayo at this point. It's Smash 4. The game is never over.
You can always think it is. It's probably not.
Okay, yeah, Ixis put himself in a pretty bad position there where he was forced to land. Griffith punishing that with a back air, and he's actually brought this deficit back pretty well.
Yeah, just like the fact that he wasn't trying to go for anything too overextensive, just throwing out some moves just to get percentage on.
Yeah. Okay, good power shield in the back air. Ixis now starting to make his lead a little bit more substantial. Risky dash attack there. Dash attack, one of Bayo's like not good moves. It's pretty laggy, doesn't really get any reward out of it. But it can be a nice zone breaker tool, and sometimes against Sonic, you need to break that zone. That's an annoying zone to break unless you have an option like that. I love the way that Ixis fakes through movement. He uses the start up spin dash and his kind of wacky B reversals and stuff to make people think that he's a threat in their effective range when actually probably couldn't throw out a hitbox in that situation. But Griffith still felt the need to air dodge.
Very nice. That is a usual one for getting that spin dash into that back air like that. Very nice. And he takes it 2 stock. Obviously that SD helping out, but
yeah,
you know,
I mean,
to keep the composure.
You could argue that the SD didn't matter since it was a 2 stock. Then it kind of becomes like a theory of like the butterfly effect, right? Like, did the SD affect the game as a whole?
Yeah, God. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
If you go back in time and you SD once in the forest, does the world change? Who knows? How can we ever know? Maybe the world will be ruled by monkeys. Game 3, Ixis Griffith 1-1, but Griffith making a pretty fatal mistake in that game too. I like Ixis' fundamental play, but it still doesn't quite feel like he's got a 100% grasp on Bayo and how to fight her. And it's very hard to have a 100% grasp on Bayo and how to fight her because she's such an incredibly complex character. You know, I don't have a grasp on Bayo how to fight her. Yeah, Ixis is pretty good at this game.
That's a sentence, that is true.
That is indeed. Okay,
getting that nair out, obviously for a bit of damage, nice.
Yeah, using this the invincibility on the start of a spin dash to challenge that down tilt. A lot of Bayos do like to just kind of stand. Bayo's neutral is actually pretty lackluster. You know, a lot of people want to discredit that and say, no, man, like, Bayo's neutral is actually godlike. Really, all she can do is nair and down tilt and use bullet arts in that fashion. And if Ixis identifies an option like he just did there with the start of invincibility frames on spin dash, then you can challenge that pretty easily.
Just throwing out the witch time just in case. Just kind of lucky for it to be far away enough that it wasn't kind of going in at that point. So.
Yeah. I think Griffith may have been looking for a fair one mix up there, maybe a fair one into up smash, but looked like he landed a little bit funny and it threw him off.
Goes again, that spin dash into that back air again. It's working out for him.
I like that. I feel like maybe Griffith is planting these first hit of forward airs onto Ixis and then just doing nothing to see what his option is, and maybe make the hard read later on. He's just gathering information for the time being.
Yeah.
Oh, but Ixis goes up high. Uses a spring up air.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's a really nice thing that you see every now and then. You know, because Ixis very rarely goes for moves like that, getting the spring into the up air. It kind of, because it happens less from him, it kind of sometimes just allows opponents to just zone out to the fact that it is an option, and that distance can be covered so quickly. So, you know, a little bit lax on the defense, thinking they can come down safely, and immediately just reversing that momentum.
And I am liking Ixis playing the matchup a lot here now. Like, he's at 131, which is kill percent to a lot of moves anyway, so he's not really fussed about taking the bullet arts damage, and it seems like he's way more content to play patiently. That said, he's going to get his spin dash sniped out with an up air there from Griffith. 44% lead from Ixis. He could have punished that witch time, but he misses out. Down tilt, forward air. Doesn't quite get the spin dash back air, but gets the frame trap.
Yeah, the double up air as well from that. Just taking Griffith to the top, not enough to do it, but
that was not a good air dodge there from Ixis. He didn't need to air dodge there. Nothing was true if he just jumped away.
He got lucky with the fact that Griffith just whiffed his punish completely.
Okay.
So, here come the witch time.
Okay, good SDI there from Ixis. In general, like if you don't know the specifics of all of our moves, the general rule of thumb is to kind of SDI Bayo stuff down, and I think that's what he was doing there. Spin dash back air, not quite.
Not enough. It seemed like it had enough speed, but no. The camera playing tricks on us. But one more of those and it should be GG. least for this game.
I like Ixis' slow advance, but Griffith has got something cooking here. Is he going to get the up end? Not quite.
You're managing to get away just again.
Back air ledge is scary right now for Ixis.
There, double back air, that's enough. Going out.
Go.
Again, going out very, very deep and getting that back air once again, enough to take that stock. And that game, 2-1 now to Griffith. On the verge of putting Ixis into losers.
Game 4, Griffith up 2-1. Ixis said, I want to go back, and I can see completely why. He had that game in the palm of his hand, but it was Griffith kind of somewhat uncharacteristically going out really deep just for that surprise option. Clipping his wings to that back air. And look at this, right? Like, Ixis just doesn't want to approach from the back air, and who can blame him? On the platform, sorry, and who can blame him? Because Bayonet has so many options around that kind of thing.
And exactly, and he waited, and then he saw that the witch time came out, because, you know, you saw Ixis going for a bunch of those startups on the spin dash. Yeah. So, you know, Griffith throws out the witch time a little bit too early, giving Ixis enough time to kind of like delay the start and then punish.
Oh, air dodging through the witch time.
Oh,
nice.
Very nice. Immediate reaction.
So, I like that Griffith hasn't been using a lot of afterburner kick or heel slide at all in neutral. Well, there you go, there's one, but that's not neutral, that's him coming back from the stage. And he needs to try and kind of recognize that Griffith is doing a very normal base neutral. A lot of down tilt, a lot of neutral air, and a lot of attempted ABKs from the ledge. And once he ABKs past his shield, let him use whatever special options he wants to use to try and escape and punish the landing. Like, Bayo does receive a lot of special lag as she uses more of her specials. Wow, the witch twist just outright beating out a spin dash there. Crazy.
Getting through there into the nair again. Just catching just a little bit, enough just to kind of push away, reset that neutral. And I think this is one of those things, like, you know, I think this is, well, very, very nice again, going out and getting that back air. This is one thing I heard Ixis talking about, I believe, as well. As I believe it was Ixis. There might have been more, but getting that up air again, knockout, very nice. Good stuff, and resets it again. One stock each, very, very low percentage. It's a very, very even game. Is that there is no one. The point I'm making is there's no one overall neutral. There's a series of these like tiny, fragmented neutrals here and there. So you're always in a consistent like sense of like shifting between these variety of different layers of one overall neutral. And so it's not like as simple as just, you know, what are you going to do in the neutral?
Yeah.
More than that.
And I feel like we're especially seeing that from Ixis right now. He has been able to switch up his style pretty consistently throughout the set.
But this
it
is
hasn't been enough when he's lost his stock.
Wow.
So many clutch plays from Griffith. He needs to be a bit more cognizant of the back air. Oh, I love that air dodge weight on the back air from Ixis there. Scary stuff.
That afterburner kick's kind of into the edge there. So grab back throw off the edge. Going to keep that stage control for now. The afterburner kick landing.
By the ABK. Forward air one. Oh, he's looking for a forward air one to up air mix up. Unsafely spaced neutral air there from Griffith. Okay. I love the run up air. It's got such a huge hitbox. Even Bayo's hitbox is going to have a tough time contesting that. Gets another grab. He's starting to bring this back now. Yes, right. Way out of the ABK. There you go. He definitely seemed aware of the option that time around.
See, and that's the thing that, again, you've seen that recently. You've seen that Griffith has been getting closer and closer to realizing how Ixis is approaching with that spin dash into either neutral or into the back air if he can get past. But that time he went for the spring just to get out of that scenario.
Yeah.
Seeing the way that Griffith was moving in.
Scary stuff here for both players. Any strong hit is going to do it now. A back air from either player is probably what they're looking for above all else. Oh, spin dashes right into a witch twist yet again.
It's dangerous though, because we are in that range where back air is going to be very brutal.
I like how Ixis isn't committing. He's not going to go for it until he's sure of it. Good power shield in the back air there that would surely have been game. Wow. Another back throw.
That was a badly spaced afterburner. Just kind of landing straight into him.
Yeah. Good, another power shield in the afterburner kick. He's going to have a lot of lag. There you go.
Comes out.
And he punishes it. He tried to use the witch time to cover the lag, but Ixis was completely aware of it.
Waiting, yeah,
punished
again.
after the witch time lag.
We saw that's reminiscent of earlier in that game as well, where you saw, there was a lot of spin dashes coming out from Ixis, and then the one time that he managed to bait out the witch time, he held on to that spin dash enough to get rid of the frames and immediately punish. And you saw it again there. The Nair is one of those silent killers. It's a very powerful move at higher percentages, and using that to close out that game. Very, very nice patience and awareness to get that bait.
Yeah, he held on to his cards for a while there for sure. But that's the trick of a good player. So another game 5 here in winners semis. The winner going to advance on to winners finals to play Gluttony. Griffith looking to potentially go on to face his own fellow Frenchman, Ixis. Going to be looking to try and get revenge for a set that I believe happened at Respawn, in which Gluttony took it in a matchup that has long been considered pretty horrendous for Wario. So, Ixis on a path for revenge here, sure, for these two players who have beaten him the last time they played. This is the Punisher, if you will, featuring Ixis, his redemption arc. Okay, Ixis doesn't want to stay on that platform and give Griffith any elevated space whatsoever to work with for these ladder combos. Get a back air. He did hesitate a little bit in that grab and didn't fully go in for it. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow, Griffith. The down air does so much knockback, it's crazy. You saw how far that launched, yeah. Okay, gonna try and see again. He tried to cover the lag with the witch time. And I feel like Ixis was aware of it, but he just kind of like slightly overshot his position. What? What? Wow. Okay. Griffith honestly could have just charged it straight up and gotten that kill. I'm not really sure what that was about, to be honest.
I think he just felt maybe he couldn't because of just, the lack of rage on him and how low he was.
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure that he could get up onto that platform and do it, but then there was no charge. Just a little bit of lack of confidence in kill percent, really. Yeah, a bit of hesitation costing both these players some key plays right here. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that, especially if you're kind of coming back in a general, a best of 5 setting, you fought back to the 2-all now. So there will, although you've done that and you can do that, there's still the apprehension that it's not over yet, so you don't want to get too overzealous at this point. So, apprehension coming in for Ixis as well. Ixis, that was fantastic behind that back air that he ate it again because he chose to spin dash out it stun. And Griffith caught onto it yet again. He's been eating a lot of back airs over the course of this set. One more is for sure going to do it for him. He wants to try and get on as much damage as he can before he loses that stock. But the ABK confirmed. Oh, wow. Okay, ABK into double fair. He probably could have gotten a neutral air there, but again, I think he hesitated a little bit. I think he was just confirming percentages rather than anything else. Makes kind of a guarantee on something like that. Yeah. 44% taken on him on this first stock. Griffith's defense in this game has been absolutely immaculate. Yeah, Bayonet's disadvantage state is so incredibly hard to get around at times. It just feels like she has an answer to every option and every approach. Ixis is going to have to try and play around the best that he can. I like the turnaround jab out of the air dodge lag. And he's staying safe with his spin dashes. Down throw. Try and 2-frame with F smash, nope. When Griffith's already at the ledge, the F smash isn't really much an option because Bayo never has any need to pick an option that's gonna get you hit by that. She can just ABK from the ledge, which will very possibly beat it out. She can do another witch twist. Time. Okay, yeah, there you go. That was an unfortunate afterburner just on that platform. Easy punish, nothing major, but an easy one. More landing lag on the part of Griffith. Here we go. This is where Ixis likes to just kind of control as much space in that mid to low zone, or the drop zone rather. Nice pivot grab. That back throw we will take. That's control, but yeah, here will come. Again, it's very easy for Griffith to go down. Sorry, to go up. Yeah. That speed immediately, from either the up angled afterburner or just that general witch twist. It's kind of hard to punish off stage. Another pivot. Well, not yet. One more grab should do it. Oh my god! Nearly suffered an early fate there. That was an immediate push to the left and then tech back on stage.
Ixis was about to taste defeat. Literally, defeat. He was about to taste defeat of Bayo. The up throw not going to kill yet either.
Grid station.
Oh no, and another ABK up air. This is dire for Ixis right now.
He just needs to get rid of this bloody stuff.
Yeah.
Holding on to it so well, Griffith, right now.
Reached 102%. Okay, a very, very rogue heel slide there from Griffith. But he's got 1 minute and 37 seconds to make up this deficit. That's not the kind of thing you just do. Ixis has got to pull something crazy out right now.
And every hit is even more of a deficit to make up.
Griffith willing, more than content to just chill on the top platform, because how does Ixis come up there safely at this percent? What can Ixis do to Griffith that Griffith should be scared of right now?
Nothing to really fear. Like, taking percentage isn't going to be much. You've only got 60 seconds on the clock left, but you know you don't want to have that kind of the syndicate 1 per plate scenario when you get spiked off the edge by a down air.
This is true. This is true. The back air not quite going to kill just yet. Ixis is still in it, but he needs to make a miracle happen.
He needs to somehow get Griffith off stage, but you know there's no reason for him to go off.
Oh, F throw. I think that's going to take it. No, not quite. 35 seconds. Ixis' last stand here. He is really going in as much as he can. He's fighting for this. Witch twist.
Empty jump gets caught by the witch twist. Needs some kind of aggression. Or Griffith
if he gets a grab on the top platform. Oh my god! Oh my god! The rage of the up throw up air does it at a mid 40% with max rage.
There it is. He found it.
Oh my god! Ixis takes it 3-2 over Griffith. One of the clutchest plays I've ever seen.
Griffith's defense was immaculate. He couldn't see. I think it's one of those things like he could not see that option coming out. Just tried to be so safe, but just one small moment at the end. The percentage, the rage was enough at that high point to get him.